welcome to Drew and Lindsay Get Famous Friends Phone Numbers.
Yay!
Today we are here in the beautiful city of Burbank, California, which has a lovely and convenient airport named after a comedian and USO spokesperson, Bob Hope. Today we are visiting with Christine Lakin. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you guys for barging in.
I'm not gonna lie, you're pretty ballsy to let three complete strangers
into your house.
into your actual home.
Well, I'm renting this house, so I figure, if you guys are psycho killers, by the time, you really figure out a plan, I'll be gone.
And to be fair, we're also from Orange County, and so it took us a while to get up here. We'd have to be really committed to murdering you.
Committed, also very organized, and, I watched some of your previous episodes, and I just
We're
didn't
not.
get
Correct.
either of those vibes from you.
We are the Keystone Cops of murderers.
So you did Step by Step, and that lasted for 7 seasons, right?
Yeah, 7 years, and then I ended it when I was 19. I was going to school at UCLA at the time. Just started, getting back out there in the biz, which actually was a lot harder than you would think, having been on a successful TV show, but as a kid, and now you're an adult, and now you have to start over with all your relationships in the business, and I had to audition again. And I was like an adult, and I'm driving around, and I have a Thomas guide in my lap, and there was no GPS, and you're trying to find these random audition places. I mean, it was like a nightmare.
Well, that's why I'm thankful I've never been on a successful television show, because you just don't have to start over.
No, it's right. You just
Remember when they offered us that show? We were like, no way.
Hard pass.
Exactly. Hard pass on that.
So your podcast is called Worst Ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And basically, you just tell the stories of the worst things that have ever happened to you, and you bring in various
celebrities
guests.
and storytellers, and our tagline is "We think pain is best served funny." I think the other thing that's interesting is especially with celebrities, we put celebrities sometimes up on a pedestal. Celebrities don't have the same problems we have, and I think that this is like a humanizing experience to be able to kind of bring. We're all at the same level, guys.
Right.
They're all just like, these are these terrible things that happened to me, and they're hilarious. And then you're like, oh, okay, we're all the same, and you're a comedian, and I'm a comedian. We can laugh at
about all of it,
how you shit your pants in the Starbucks and you have to throw your underwear away. Hypothetically, not that happened to you, but more than once. And so it's,
I remember that.
Yeah.
I mean, the feedback has been really great, and some people have been like, "Oh, I was just having the hardest day, and I just kind of put it on. My kids were driving me nuts, and I'm washing dishes, and I'm just laughing because I can't believe that someone else's life is worse than mine." So
I brought some photographs, like a Rorschach test.
Oh God. Okay, great.
Your job is just say the first thing that pops into mind.
Okay. Oh, Peapod. She was my roommate for a summer. We just texted the other day. Haven't heard from her in a while. Joyce. What a little whore.
This is my favorite.
What's delicious?
Can you give that crazy eye to that camera?
Drew, let's talk about this.
What?
Because right now you're doing the whole 30.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can't have any cake at all.
No.
If I had prepared better, I would have now just brought a chocolate cake.
Oh my God, we could just eat it
Christine
over
and I
him.
would just been eating it in front of your face.
You were doing a Fuck, Marry, Kill.
It was on Hollywood Darling.
Oh yeah. We really played it.
Yeah.
And they would kind of throw out names. We came up with some of the names too. And of course, Jody and I are having a great time. And Beverly was appalled by the whole thing.
Well, that's because she's very, she seems very just.
Yeah,
very,
we're all probably heightened versions of ourselves. But there's truth, there's definitely truth in all of it.
Danielle Fishel.
Okay.
Ben Savage. Or the Lawrence Brothers.
Ooh, this is hard, guys.
All right.
I killed Ben Savage. I'm saying it right now.
I mean, I think I speak for most red-blooded American men when I say I would totally fuck Danielle Fishel.
High fives.
High fives on that. Totally kissable. I guess I would marry the Lawrence brothers. I mean, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
So maybe they would end up being, I think they would probably end up being helpful.
Yeah.
Around the house.
They all have different skill sets.
They all have different skill
We
sets.
can amalgamate them like into one Lawrence if you want.
That would be great. One could do some like, Dancing with the Stars, like lunges and like, and then I think Matt would be kind of like normal, he could probably just, help around the house. And I'm not really sure about the younger one. Know what his deal is. But anyway, we'd figure it out.
And I guess
I have to kill Ben.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry,
it's
Ben.
fine. You're the one that everyone would kill. It's not because you're not likable.
Who would win in a West Side Story street rumble between the Step by Step cast or the Roseanne cast?
Oh God, definitely the Roseanne cast. They were fucking scrappy.
Yeah, those kids are salty.
Yeah, they would be shivs. For sure.
How many times have you seen Hamilton? If you have seen it.
I've seen it once.
In New York?
Yes, in New York. My friend Rory O'Malley took over for Jonathan Groff, and that's the only way I was able to get tickets. And he was wonderful.
That's what we saw.
Yes, we saw Rory.
Oh, did you see him in
Yeah.
New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's coming out here. So I hope to be able to bring my husband and see it out here.
Yeah.
Look, we also wouldn't be upset, Rory O'Malley, if you want to do this.
Oh
show
yeah, you know
also.
what? I could totally get him to do it.
Closer to Lin-Manuel. How many episodes of Law and Order have you been on?
Oh, yeah.
None.
You're
I
our
know.
first one who said none.
That's because I never lived in New York.
Yeah, that's right.
Not
See,
too
when you
late.
live in New York, you do all the Law and Orders. When you live in California, you do all the CSIs.
How many CSIs have you been on?
All of them. Regular Vegas, New York, and then I also did Miami, but I was cut out.
I just watched Law and Order Special Victims Unit, and I've got Jeff Scour on many a time
Oh, yeah.
on Law. I was like,
Yes.
Playing multiple people. It's so funny. Every time you go to a Broadway play or musical, literally TV credits, Law and Order.
Oh, man.
Oh, they've been on them all.
Jeff said, if you live in New York, even if you're not an actor, you're on Law & Order.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
In spirit of the storytelling podcast, and you're such a great storyteller.
Oh, thank
I
you.
love listening to your stories.
Thanks.
We love telling stories. I want to give you a word.
Okay.
And whenever that makes you think of, can you tell like a 30-second, 1-minute story that word makes you think of from your real life?
Okay.
Okay. How about s'more?
S'more.
I can tell you what s'more makes me think of. Maybe that will give you some inspiration.
Okay, all right.
So s'more makes me always think of The Sandlot when they're trying to teach him how to make s'mores and he doesn't know what a s'more is.
Yeah.
And that makes me think of baseball. And I played Little League for 4 years. And in 4 years, I had 3 hits because I didn't want to play baseball. I wanted to be doing musical theater. And so I was a kid who was picking grass and stuff.
Yeah.
And so when I was up to bat, I had 1 legitimate hit. And then I had, 2 hits and 1 beamed by the ball.
Yeah.
So I was on base 3 times. And the other hit I had was because this was like big kid baseball, so we're like 10, so you're all in, what, 4th grade or whatever?
Yeah.
And of course, like the 4th grader kid who's like the size of, New England, who's like,
Yeah, right.
I'm in 4th grade, I'm the pitcher. And he throws the ball to me so hard
no.
that I used the bat as like a shield. And it bounced off the bat and rolled into the infield.
Okay, I've got one. I had this whole other life outside of school where I was in like, musical theater groups, and I was doing like plays and musicals, traveling around, going to other schools by the time I was in 3rd or 4th grade. So I would miss school every so often to go do this. We would perform plays in the cafeteria of other schools, and these plays were somewhat like as with the Atlanta Workshop Players, and they always had kind of like a message. There was like some kind of message that we're bringing to the kids, right? So there was this one, I mean, this is like one of the worst life experience moments I've ever had. We had to wear these factory suits, and I'm like in 4th grade. So for some reason, we all wear different factory suits, and we're talking about like life and choices and jobs, and we were all working in a factory, and it was like this really, now that I think about it, kind of depressing song about what life is like in a factory. And it's like, excuse me, probably like half of these kids' parents work in a fucking factory. Like, maybe don't put it down of it being like a horrible job. Anyway, so it was a quick change. So I had to put this factory suit on, and then I had to go take it off backstage. And at the time, I was wearing these high tops. And I had these bow biters on my high tops. Bow biters are little things, if you don't have kids, that your laces don't come undone. Mine were, of course, Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy.
Sure.
Of course, as you do. So they were these large sort of plastic things on the top of my tennis shoes.
Okay.
So I go back to do my quick change and decide not to take off the bow biters or the tennis shoes. I got the suit on. Obviously, it's going to come right off. Not the case. Not the case. Not the case. I have a quick change, and then I have to go back on stage and sing a very dramatic ballad with my friend who is coloring and wants to sing I Want to Be a Child When I Grow Up. I want to be a child when I grow up. Like, when we're singing this ballad to each other. I am backstage and it's almost my time to go on, and I am shuffling around because this entire costume is stuck to my ankles. I'm going, help, help, help. And there were two like older kids in the show, and they were like, okay, hold on, just get on the ground, we'll pull it. So they're trying to pull the costume.
God.
That's not working. They're just dragging me backstage by the costume. Finally, the cue is happening, and the cue is happening, and the cue is happening, and she just keeps saying it, and nothing, there's no adults backstage. We were just left like to our own devices. So I'm like, it's never gonna work. I have to go on.
No.
So I'm walking like this with a costume behind me, and I just shuffle on stage.
What are you wearing?
I mean, my outfit, but it was like this
like
thing was on over it.
Yeah.
I was underdressed, exactly. And so I shuffle out there, and I'm just like, and I sit down to Joy, who has this beautiful red hair, and she looks at me, and Joy, when she got laughing, had one of these laughs where she couldn't stop. She was a cry laugher, and she goes, like that. She sounds like a seal. And for the next like minute and a half, we're both trying to sing a ballad.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I mean, I've never been so embarrassed in my life. It's like, I want to be a child. It was awful. And I looked down at the director, and she's looking at us like this.
Oh God.
Because she doesn't know what's happening. She can't see under the table that I just have a costume hanging by my ankles.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
so good.
no s'more of that. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's funny. We have come to your house.
Yes.
Unannounced.
Because we would love to chat with you.
Okay.
But let's be real.
Yeah.
Who do you know who's more famous than you are? Who's the most famous person you have in your phone?
Paris Hilton. She's definitely more famous.
Definitely more famous.
Pretty much everyone who's famous that's in my phone is way more famous than me because no one recognizes me without a backward hat.
Jeff Scowron.
Okay, true.
You're probably more famous than Jeff.
Seth MacFarlane.
Sure.
Yeah, he's probably pretty famous.
Now, of these people, realistically, who would do our show?
None of them. Not a one.
Thank you for your honest reaction.
You know, I'd probably say, I could call Beverly or Jody. They might.
That would be
that
great.
would be
That's
awesome.
Beverly Mitchell, 7th Heaven.
And
and
we'll
Jody
see
Sweeten,
if either of them
Full
take
House.
my call.
That would be
Yeah,
awesome.
that would be great.
Can I call them?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Great.
Let's call Jody.
All right.
Let's see what she's up to.
Hi, Jody Sweeten.
This is two people you don't know. Hi.
Hi. Oh, we're calling her. This is the best way to ambush America.
Hey girl, hey! I have a question for you, so give me a call back whenever you get a second. I hope you're great. Bye! Oh, it's Lakin, by the way. Just making sure you know it was me. Okay, bye.
Great.
Some
So
hobo.
we're gonna just
No, she'd literally be like, fuck just called me. Block. Okay.
I mean, look, we gave it a valiant.
That's right.
A valiant effort.
And we'll follow up.
We will follow
Yeah.
up.
We're pretty aggressive.
She's
We're in
she's
your house.
only, right. You're already in my house, so why not invade hers? Yeah, I mean, she's only filming a TV show. I'm sure she's not
Whatever.
busy at all.
Blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
I pay my taxes too. What? Huh?
Thanks for doing our show.
Oh,
And
thanks
letting
for
us
having me, you guys.
Infiltrate your actual house.
No problem.
So, Hollywood Darlings right now is available on Amazon Prime.
Yes, it's available on Amazon Instant Video.
Yes.
You can buy it and download it.
You can. I did.
And I mean, it might be rerunning on the Pop Network, but you
Okay.
can also check out poptv.com. If you don't get it, you can get it. And then there's some extra features and fun stuff on their website too. And we're
and
crossing our
then-
fingers for season 2. So.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yay.
And then your podcast is on iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes, Audio Boom, TuneIn, Stitcher. It's on all the things.
Right.
So it's Worst Ever Podcast. Just check it out. Just listen to it. Just, hit us back with some feedback. Tell us your worst ever experiences. We love hearing them. We
It's
hope you
super
have a
great.
worst ever
Super
day.
and then they can catch us too, because now I'm going to go get a sound bath at Full Circle.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Good.
I'm super excited.
You're gonna love it.
I'm kind of into it.
Yeah,
and,
I really love
It's
the
a
sound of
little
that.
embarrassing. And you're gonna eat some bananas.
no more
Bye, everybody.
bananas.
Thank you.
Get out.
Bye, everybody.